Hey man, welcome back to Man Time. Today's episode, I'm digging back into this G660. I've got about 15 tanks through it now. I want to look inside to see if that air filter trick with the removing that little baffle out of there is working. I want to also put a timing advance on the saw, and maybe we can figure out something else to do. Maybe we'll dig into that oiler and try to make it a high flow. The two remaining things on it that I'd like to do is timing advance and better oil flow. So let's see if we can make something happen today. Welcome to Man Time. Yeah, so I've been through about 15 tanks with this G660, just beating it up, like really beating it up. Like I had really low expectations for this saw. And after seeing some of the comments and some of the other people that have had problems with Holzfforma saws, it's no wonder. You don't expect too much out of them. And then, when they perform well time and time again, it's kind of like, maybe I got a good one, maybe everybody else got a bad one, I don't know. But this one has pulled me out of a pinch a few times when I'm trying to run that 3120. I think I finally figured it out, and I went ahead and changed the crank seals on it. I went back and watched the video where I rebuilt it, and I was like, oh man, did I not even change the crank seals or like check the O-ring gasket on the clutch side? And yeah, sure enough, I mean, just overlooked it. That's something that I would have normally done. But yeah, so far this saw has really been trouble-free other than the first day, where it was kind of wearing in. But other than that, I haven't had any problems with it. Carb is tuned real good, the entire time. Of course, it's got the Walbro. But yeah, I want to get in here and do a little time in advance. One thing, if your saw is kind of like, for a 92cc saw, when that 281 was able to handily out torque it in the cut, where I could really dig in that 281, and having the same, I sharpened both the chains the same with the same raker height and depth and all that. Even though this has a 36-inch bar, I should be able to give it just as much force. It's got an extra 10 cc's on it. I mean, the 281 is ported, and in all rights is going to run much, much better, faster, more powerful, more torque than this one is, unless I were to port this one also. But this one here, for as much additional cc's, it should be able to power through. And what it felt like to me was, it needed a little bit of a timing advance. The timing was a little too retarded, which means it was firing too soon, and that the main blast of the charge was being wasted as the piston was traveling down, a certain amount. So that's kind of just high level what I think I was feeling with the saw. But yeah, one other thing we can do, while we're in here, everyone says that the pawls, these pawls are not, quite as sturdy, strong, whatever as the real ones. These actually seem pretty good. Yeah, these. So here's the pawls, and what I'm looking at here, just the ends of them, how they're operating, everything like that. They seem to be looking really good. So I don't see any damage, wear, or anything. Of course, only 15 tanks in, is what it is. Alright, let me blow this off. We'll get in real close, take off that air filter, take a look in the airbox. Here is the flywheel, and again, it's got a metal one. I think the steel 660 has a plastic one there, so that's what, some of that additional weight is attributed to right here. But this one's going to be lefty-loosey. Yeah, real nice. Looks like this one actually may have had some red Loctite on there. So, yeah, it looks like it has a little bit of red Loctite in there. Anywho, we will put this nut on there and try to give it a whap with a brass punch. Yeah, I like to have it just kind of hanging off, hanging off the threads just a touch. But you can, just kind of get it pretty flush. You're fine. Now this typically never works for me, and I'll probably have to grab my 2-jaw puller and take this top cover off, but we'll give it a shot. I see so many people doing this and having it actually work. I just can't figure out why it never works for me. I mean, that was a good hard whack. I mean, just a good hard whack. That one I felt like I drove the... I always feel like I'm driving the crankshaft in when I'm doing it this way. Yeah, just nothing. Alright, 2-jaw puller. Man, I forgot what a pain it is just to get that top cover off of there. So first I go to pull the spark plug out, right, and the electrode pulls through and falls off the wire, and then I gotta fix that, and then you gotta pull the spark plug out to, get that off of there and all that good stuff. But anyways, here we go. Here's the plug. You can see there it is a nice chocolatey brown, and you've even got some of it there where the red armor is killing the carbon as it's trying to form there. Really nice. I'm never switching to any other oil as long as I can find that red armor fairly cheap. I used to run Yamalube in my race bikes, but that stuff it does get pretty carbony. Yeah. But anyways, let's see if we can get this hooked up. Okay, it looks like my best bet's probably going to be from here to here. Let's see if I can get this in and slide it around. Let's see what I need here. 15. Okay. Come on, baby. Well, I'm not going to be able to get it on there. Why is it? Maybe this one? Be able to get up under there? Yes. Alright. Okay, looks like we found a winning angle there. Now I should have loosened it up, right, by whacking on it with the brass. We'll see. There she goes. Yeah, see, that thing was still really on there, right? And so this is the preferred method that I use to get those off of there. Yeah, you can see here the shoes, I've had to kind of massage those. So I've got, yeah, like one short one really skinny one, where I've ground them down, to get in there at those weird kind of angles like that. But there we go. Let's see if we've got a key. Yeah, we've got a key. So what I'm going to want to do is just grind on this one of those sides of that key there, if it is in fact a key. Alright, as much as I like efforts of futility, it looks like trying to file down this keyway is going to be a losing battle. So what I'm going to do instead is widen this, widen the keyway inside of here. Well, yeah, this is the woodruff key. So you could try to grind, like file down, you know, half of the woodruff key, but instead I'm going to opt to file this down. And what I'm going to do is look at it on here, and it wants to go more this way, so I'm going to be taking off on this side here. And I'm just looking to make sure basically my file is square, and I'm just, you know, taking off a little bit at a time. Yeah, it doesn't take much to kind of make a pretty big difference here. Just kind of look at it, you know. And again, I'm not taking just the point of it and like digging it down in there. I'm taking the flat edge and putting it flat against the flat edge on here. Now we definitely want to check to make sure we're going the right direction here. So what we'll do is put it on, line it up with the woodruff key. Yeah, very little advance there, but it's going. And just to verify we're going the right direction. Yeah, I want to be taking off this side here. Let me try a little bit from this side. I guess I'll just kind of jump from side to side here. Yeah, I'm having to file backwards of what I was doing on this side. Alright, got all finished up here, and well, that's pretty hard to see. But right up in here with the key, I did about half, an additional half of the width of the woodruff key in there. So let's see how that's looking. And all I'm doing to see like how much I actually gained here, so I'm picking a spot like right here on the coil, and I'm rolling it back to where it once was, like lined up maybe with that, and then I'm rolling it forward. And you can see there I'm just under like a 1/4 inch. Let me get you right in here. Yeah, so right in here, if I line up this flat, you know, at the end of this coil, right across there, if I twist the additional timing in there, yeah, I'm maybe just under a 1/4 inch. So let's try that and see where that gets us. This, I don't know if it's cast aluminum or what, but it is super hard to grind on. Super hard. So I've been doing that for the last 15 minutes or so. But, yeah, so then you're going to want to get it on here, and then as you're tightening the screw down, you want to hold it, you know, hold it with that time in advance in there. So let's do that. Oh, I do like to put a little bit of oil. I've found that that helps it come off a little easier the next time. Typically what will happen is if you don't do that, it'll get rust in there eventually, you know. But yeah, where that was tight, now it's got that advance in there. And again, you just need to make sure to get it somewhere where it's a little bit tight against the compression. I don't have the plug in there, but you get the idea. And then we'll go to ratcheting this down. Now this should be turning the crank. There we go. Yeah, this thing's good for like 200 foot-pounds, so just whacking it a couple times, I'm sure I'm above the 30 there, or whatever they call out for. Okay, let's put it back together, fire it up here. Yeah, order of operations important because of that top cover, right? You got to get this on first, and then, you know, the spark plug next, and it's just kind of a pain. Yeah, these nights after work sneak up on you. All right, let's, yeah, that was a lot of filing to get that. But what we're listening for right here with that time in advance to, you know, see if it was successful, it's going to be quicker throttle response, and at the top end, it's going to be barking more, and it's going to be kind of popping, you know, like a normal chainsaw sounds. I think this one was retarded quite a bit. So that 1/4 inch may not have got us there, but let's listen for that. Almost did it. You hear how it's kind of popping and crackling as it's coming back down? I think we hit it. Yeah, that woke it right up. I got to make sure that kind of break up at the top end is going away in the cut. Sometimes when you get it too far advanced, you'll still have that. But like I said, that was under a 1/4 inch, so, you know, somewhere between an 1/8 and a 1/4, and seems to have really woke it up there. I could feel it, you know, on the throttle response. It was right there. But yeah, stick around for the next episode. We're gonna put some more big saws and big wood. Get out there, have me some man time too.